So I took this clipper, which is super quiet, and then I put on this blade that like is marketed as making like a loud crunchy noise.
Is that it?
Super quiet.
Oh, that
You hear that?
sounds good.
Sounds nice.
Now you need to get one of those microphones on your wrist.
They sound lovely.
Dude, I hate that guy that cuts hair like clack, 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 clack.
And he does the soap and he's
Like, I want to punch him.
Oh, where he's like, in your face.
yeah. With the
Like what service is that even? You're like just touching the dude. What are you doing? Yeah, I bought these from China. Allegedly, they are a JRL with a different body slapped on and sold for $20.
I mean, they sound and
Dead quiet.
they sound and cut like one. Those are actually really nice. To be honest. You said $20.
Dead quiet. After shipping, because it was from China, $40 total.
That's wild.
I was skeptical because of how light they feel.
They
Dude, no, they cut great.
Sound and feel like they're pretty good quality.
They cut great.
Those metal glasses are badass. I didn't realize. I guess Eli got a pair of them.
I was about to text him. I was going to ask because I knew he wanted to put them on and then go bow hunt, which would be pretty cool.
That would be cool. We'll just have some footage of him sitting at a stand for 4 hours. Shooting nothing. It's going to be a video of the same spot in the woods. He's going to say, no, wait, it gets more exciting. And a deer walks by, he misses, and then the deer runs off.
What he showed me, like the way that you're aiming through the bow, the actual target was out of the shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it wasn't until after he fired that the target was actually in the spot. So kind of play with it a little bit, you know?
Maybe he could adjust the ratio and
Yeah, I mean,
see if he could bring it into frame. I mean, like in the editing, he might be able to adjust it.
I might have dandruff too, because when my hair gets long, sometimes it gets dandruff, sometimes not. But I know I got on that. It's like, yeah, it's so uncontrollably wild in here. What's up, Corinne?
Yeah, her especially.
Yeah, the employees are just all the barbers in here are just. We have that. I mean, you know how it goes. We have had some interesting characters in the past. Luckily, we don't have that issue anymore.
Nice.
Most of those barbers fizzled themselves out pretty quickly. But
I've certainly seen some colorful characters in this industry.
there are plenty of them. Yes, you got that right. Well, the thing is too, like everybody that we've had that's like, with the exception of maybe like that guy Jerm, at least in the well, it's Chuck obviously, at least in the time when I worked here, none of them were, with the exception of them two, none of them that I can think of were actually bad at cutting hair. They were just like.
And Chuck was a barber for 40 years.
Supposedly, yeah.
4D.
Yeah, supposedly he was the greatest barber known to man. So they've been talking him. Well, yeah, I mean they've been talking him up for so long. I'm over here thinking like, well, sure, yeah, I mean, yeah, no questions asked. Yeah, bring him in. And then he gets in here.
Were you doing that with the shaver?
What was going on
your head, feeling it?
This guy blind now or something? I don't even know.
Is he an older dude or
Yeah, he's older now. He's
past his
probably-
prime?
He's probably in his. I think he's in his mid-60s. But most of the people that ended up leaving were good barbers. They just had like work next to a
Literally worked next to an actual crackhead. Dude, I heard some stories. I learned some things. That was a cultural experience.
Did you become substantially more street smart after that?
Oh, for sure. Just to build rapport, I shared the pipe with him.
Well, of course. You want to have a good relationship with your coworkers, not a feud. I feel like that could spark a feud
Only if you smoke his shit.
Right. Well, exactly. You don't want to bring your own. You want to. You don't want him to view you as competition. You want him to see you as his comrade. So if he offers you a hit of a bite, take the offer. Otherwise, it's insulting.
I remember
I learned that from Marty. He says he has never smoked crack, but I don't believe it.
He didn't inhale.
Right, it's like a cigar. He just sucked it in and spit it right back out.
Oh, yeah?
Giggity.
What's up?
The biggest people that just look their beard. And when we first went to
Just the beard?
like 4 guys there, just clean for their beard. Wow. And they're super duper picky, and it's like $50, and I spend more time than I do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to get with her to change. I need to change that price board anyway, because there's a couple things that need to be changed. But it needs to be. They need to start at $8.
No, but I have several people that come just for beards. They're super duper picky.
Do they come to you
and they
specifically?
Take, yeah,
Okay.
and they are, yeah, they take way more time
Then a haircut.
than a haircut. The other day, I spent more time on this guy's beard than I would have on a head and a beard on other people.
Yeah.
Because he was being so, you know what I mean? And
That's the trap that comes with doing a good job.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Yeah.
Ian and I were talking about that last week. I fall into that trap all the time. I get all these clients that have the most ridiculous things. But I take the most time to do it.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, I just spent 35 minutes on the beard, and it was $8 for this.
So yeah, $16 an hour. Yeah, well, I feel like they should be. They've been $8 for the past. God, they've been $8 since before. Since long before I started even working here. So they do need to. They probably need to start at more than $8, honestly. But I mean, I don't.
Some people just want a number 2 ran over. it.
Well, that's true
Well,
too. Yeah, that's.
a beard
$8
trim should
is
start
easy.
at whatever. But when you're taken out of rotation and you have somebody who's super picky and
No, I agree.
like sometimes there's people that definitely the beard takes
Some of
longer
them
than the head.
charging 20 because
What I was telling her, Pete, was they need to, on the new price board, it needs to say starting at $8, or
or
It-
16 years.
right, yeah, $8 is reasonable if you're, like you said, if you're just getting it mowed down and maybe lined up a little bit, but if you're coming in and you're getting a haircut with it, but if you're getting just the beard and they're doing all this intricate stuff, at $8 is a little bit low.
Well, what if somebody comes in and they've got your beard and they want Pete's beard?
That's a 20. That's. I was gonna say we could replace the hygiene shop with the vape shop.
I'm so mad. I think I forgot to press record on that last part. Oops.
Dan would want to. He'd want to sell weed, so he would want to sell vapes. I'm like, no, Dan. Too many young kids coming here. We don't know that.
People initially get off cigarettes. Wasn't that kind of
Yeah, but you end up the vapes are more addictive than the cigarettes are.
The phone's over at my station. If somebody's wondering.
It's like a more like it's way more nicotine in the pot. Really?
going, Eli is out today. Opening day of Deer Season.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Could be here Monday.
Back Monday?
Yeah, could be here Monday. All right, and he's off on Thursday, so catch him Monday, Tuesday.
All right, good. Thank you.
All right, you bet. Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.
No, I'll be off on Saturdays until this day.
Don't think of it. Isn't that what you could consider?
Oh, yeah. So,
There's still that huge poster board I bought back there on the top shelf. If we can write a sign, we got to stay professional.
I'm bad at that. I'm pretty sure I was just talking about crack 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, we were both guilty of that, and then I realized that we're a mixed company here. Something funny over there, Josh?
Real spiritual, Will.
You know, it actually wasn't. My sincerest apologies. With no sarcasm. Like that one time Eli was Eli was cutting Chad's hair. Chad that came in today, his son Carson, you know. Eli had Chad in his chair, and he said the R word probably no more than like 6 times before he realized that Chad was in his chair. He was like, "Oh,
Well, I feel like
you're in my chair."
I feel like the insult comes from saying sorry, Chad, and making the connection sounds like the insult.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to, I think he felt like he put himself in a corner because he was saying that, and then,
Jeez.
you know, he didn't want to say, "Oh, sorry, Chad, because, you know, I know how your son is." So he I think he was trying to keep it as short and sweet as possible.
Flew in last night, per usual.
Inadvertently, you know, made it sound like Chad was the
I
guy.
was in Houston.
Yeah, that's rough.
It is rough. He knew he messed up too, because as soon as he put the pieces together, he turned red, redder than usual.
And but, you know, when I'm kind of doing stuff, you know.
If you need me to go higher, just let me know. I know you're trying to do my neckline.
Really?
22 hospitals. You know, they allocate the state and city allocate an area where all the kind of stuff is. There's a different there's 22 of them, and of course around that there's nursing schools, X-ray, you know, every it's like a city. Yeah. It's like a little, there's a light rail train that goes in there. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I've seen things like
I had a sales job, and we were doing a correlation one morning, and
You a sales job?
oh yeah,
No way.
and the manager was going over some numbers, and it was a very Wolf of Wall Street kind of environment. And he was like, "Look, you know, you got to hit your goals. Like, don't go out there, quit being a faggot."
What?
And then he noticed 2 of the new recruits were 2 gay gentlemen.
Lovely.
So he backpedaled real quick, like,
Not
you
in
gotta
that sense.
you gotta take your goals and bag it. You gotta take those goals and bag it. That's right. Just real quick backpedal. Now, it was a ruthless environment, and a lot of people didn't make it. Midway through the season, you know, you either sell or you're fired.
It takes a certain type of personality to be successful in that kind of environment.
Door to door.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's a dog eat dog environment for sure. Yeah, it does take a certain level of personality and discipline to succeed in that line of work.
You gotta take those goals and bag it.
Bag that stuff, you faggot.
a nice new roof now that's looking great though.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to censor this video? I don't know. I don't know how YouTube's gonna do.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, bag that stuff.
Bag it.
You got water in the house because of the roof, not.
I was gonna try and bleep it myself. I don't even know how you would verbally bleep that word.
So it wasn't even the wind.
Bag that fucking stuff.
Yeah.
Almost like up north when we get the
Bag
snow
of
on the
dicks.
roof.
Exactly. You know, our homeowner's insurance company was like, oh yeah, well, you know, you're.
Yeah, that guy Dick, man, he's a real jerk, huh?
They're like, how did the second story roof collapse from flooding? I mean,
Correct. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And hopefully they put like a little pitch on it.
yeah, I mean, because the roof was over, so the kids were there now and everything. So, I mean, they've got their Milton inside, and Milton was kind of a wind.
Yes, they did. It was like 90 something months
Yeah.
ago.
So, good.
Yeah. 4 feet of water in the shop.
No.
Did you hear that crunch? Right? That sounds nice.
It does. It's one of those oddly satisfying sounds.
That's why I bought it, because I saw the blade was being sold as, you know, a loud, crunchy blade, and I'm like, what's the benefit to that? And then I thought, oh, I'm making videos. That would be satisfying.
Well, plus, it's wondering whether or not you still have hair that needs to come down.
Yeah, dude.
It'll make that sound if there's still hair to be cut. So that way, if you're using a guard on you know, really anywhere.
Out of the blue, we're like,
And there's still hair that you miss if you're going back over it or if you keep going over it. And then once it stops crunching, then you know there's no more hair. So it's a good way. That's a good way that we were always taught when we're using any kind of plastic guarding clippers. You know, if it's still crunching, there's still hair. What you do is you start with some voice demos. They'll give you a script, and you find he or you or both of you or both of us find an agent for it, and the agent will determine what your voice is best suited for, whether it's commercials, video games, cartoons, or anything. I mean, literally, you can literally do millions of different things you can do with voiceover. So he said, what they'll do is they'll find what your voice is best suited for. Then they'll put your best demos on your profile, and the agents will basically go to work for you to find talent and you know, asking these people,